Naomi lost her husband and sons in Moab, leaving her alone with her Moabite daughters-in-law. When she decided to return to Bethlehem, Orpah stayed behind, but Ruth refused to leave her side. In Bethlehem, Ruth worked in Boaz's fields to provide for Naomi. Boaz, a kind and wealthy man, noticed her loyalty and offered her protection. Their love and faithfulness led to a lasting legacy. The road away from Moab had been long and uncertain. Naomi walked with the weight of loss on her shoulders, but beside her, Ruth stepped forward with unwavering resolve.
This was not your burden to bear, Ruth. Go back to your people.
Where you go, I will go.
As the road stretched before them, a choice had to be made.
Go back, my daughters. May the Lord grant you rest in the homes of new husbands.
Forgive me.
Orpah's heart wavered, torn between love and uncertainty. Orpah had turned back, but Ruth remained. Her choice was not made from duty, but from love.
Ruth, your people were in Moab. Your life was there.
Do not ask me to leave you.
After the long journey, Naomi and Ruth arrived in Bethlehem, the place Naomi had once called home. But time had passed, and everything felt unfamiliar. The streets buzzed with life, but Naomi only saw the weight of the years.
Do not call me Naomi anymore. Call me Mara, for the Almighty has made my life very bitter. This was my home. This was where we had to stay.
Ruth worked tirelessly in the fields of Bethlehem, gleaning what was left behind by the harvesters. She had been a foreigner, an outsider, but her determination and humility were clear to all who saw her.
Who was that woman working alone in the field?
That was Ruth, the Moabite, who had come back with Naomi. She had been working hard since morning, gathering what was left behind.
Let her gather among the sheaves, and make sure she didn't go unnoticed. Provide extra for her to take back.
Boaz had approached Ruth, seeing the depth of her dedication. He had already instructed his workers to treat her kindly, but now he took the opportunity to speak with her directly. Boaz had invited Ruth to share in the meal with his workers. It was an act of kindness that Ruth had not expected, a gesture that made her feel welcomed in a place where she had once been an outsider. Boaz, placing a piece of bread on Ruth's plate, in his voice warm said,
Dip your bread in the wine, Ruth. Eat as much as you like.
Thank you, my lord.
She took a piece of bread, dipped it carefully, and began eating slowly, glancing around at the workers who had welcomed her without question. One of the workers spoke to Boaz, his voice respectful.
She's been working tirelessly. You're kind to her, Boaz.
She had shown great loyalty to Naomi. She deserved kindness.
Ruth looked up at Boaz, her eyes full of gratitude, and for the first time since arriving in Bethlehem, she felt a sense of belonging. As the day ended, Ruth returned to Naomi with the fruit of her labor.
Where did you glean today? This is more than we could have hoped for.
I gleaned in the field of Boaz. He was kind to me more than I could have imagined.
Boaz. He is a relative of ours, one of our kinsman redeemers. This is a blessing, Ruth.
Ruth looked at Naomi, unsure of the significance of Naomi's words, but Naomi continued, her voice filled with hope.
Boaz could be the one to restore what we have lost. God's hand is at work in this, Ruth.
Ruth nodded, though she still didn't fully understand the depth of Naomi's words. She glanced at the grain once more, feeling a glimmer of hope for the first time in months. Naomi, seeing the potential in Boaz's kindness, began to formulate a plan. She knew that Ruth's loyalty and hard work had opened a door, and now she would guide Ruth toward a path that could change both of their lives.
Ruth, tonight is the night. You will go to the threshing floor, where Boaz will be winnowing the barley. When he lies down, you will go quietly, uncover his feet, and lie there.
But Naomi, what will happen then?
He will tell you what to do. This is our chance, Ruth. Boaz is our kinsman redeemer, and he can restore us. But you must go to him, boldly and with humility.
Ruth stood still for a moment, the weight of Naomi's plan settling on her. She nodded slowly, a sense of quiet resolve filling her.
I will do as you say, Naomi.
Naomi watched Ruth as she prepared to leave, her face full of quiet hope. The fire flickered as the evening shadows deepened. Ruth had approached the threshing floor under the cover of night, her heart pounding with uncertainty. Naomi's plan was bold, but Ruth knew it was their only chance. She quietly moved to Boaz, her every step taken with careful intention. Ruth knelt beside Boaz and gently uncovered his feet, then lay down as Naomi had instructed. The silence of the night surrounded them. Boaz stirred slightly, then shifted, waking with a start. He blinked, confused for a moment as he saw Ruth at his feet.
Hey, who are you?
I am Ruth your servant. Spread the corner of your cloak over me, for you are my kinsman redeemer.
Boaz sat up slightly, his eyes filled with surprise and admiration at her boldness. He looked at her for a long moment, processing her words.
The Lord bless you, Ruth. You have shown more kindness now than before. Do not fear. I will do what you ask.
Ruth remained still, a mixture of relief and gratitude on her face. Boaz smiled at her, his expression full of respect for her bravery and faith. As sunrise approached, Boaz knew that the path before him was one of responsibility. Ruth had shown great faith in him, and now it was time for him to act. He rose, determined to ensure that Ruth's future was secured.
Stay here for a while longer. Don't let anyone know you are here, for it could cause rumors to spread.
Ruth nodded, understanding the need for caution. Boaz moved to gather some barley from the pile nearby.
I will go to the gate today. If the nearer kinsman redeemer refuses to act, I will take on the responsibility, as I should. But rest assured, Ruth, I will make it right.
Ruth's eyes brightened, a mixture of hope and gratitude filling them.
Thank you, Boaz. May the Lord bless you for your kindness.
Boaz smiled at her, then quickly began to leave, looking back once more before disappearing into the first light of morning. Boaz had gone to the city gate early, where legal matters were settled. He had called upon the elders and the nearer kinsmen to determine the fate of Naomi's land, and of Ruth's future.
Naomi has returned from Moab and has sold the land that belonged to our relative Elimelech. I have the right to redeem it, but there is another closer relative. He is first in line to redeem it.
The nearer kinsman nods, interested, but unaware of the full scope of what Boaz is about to say.
If you wish to redeem it, then it's yours. But if not, I will redeem it. However, there is one condition: Ruth, the Moabite widow of Mahlon, must also be redeemed to continue the family line.
The nearer kinsman's face shifts to one of hesitation. He glances at the elders and then back to Boaz.
I cannot redeem it. It would ruin my own inheritance. You redeem it, Boaz.
Boaz nods, a quiet sense of victory in his demeanor. The elders look on with approval.
I will redeem it. I will take Ruth as my wife and restore the family name, as the law requires.
The elders nod in agreement, witnessing Boaz's commitment. Boaz smiles at Ruth, who stands at the edge of the crowd, her face filled with quiet hope. The day had come when Boaz and Ruth were to be joined as husband and wife. Their union, born of loyalty, kindness, and faith, was now sealed before God and the people of Bethlehem. Naomi stood by, her heart full of gratitude and hope for the future.
Boaz, do you take Ruth to be your wife, to love and cherish her as your own?
I do.
Ruth, do you take Boaz as your husband, to love and honor him?
I do.
The elder nods, and the crowd smiles, celebrating the union of the two. Boaz gently takes Ruth's hand, leading her toward Naomi, who waits with open arms.
May the Lord bless your marriage, and may your children be a blessing to all Israel.
Boaz and Ruth exchange a glance, their eyes filled with happiness as they begin their new life together. Ruth had found a new beginning in the arms of Boaz. Together, they had built a life full of love, compassion, and hope. Naomi, too, had found peace, knowing that her family had been restored.
We have been blessed, Ruth. You have brought so much joy into my life.
And you, Boaz, have shown me the love I never thought I deserved.
God has been faithful to us. I never thought I'd see this day, but here it is. My family is whole again.
Thank you, Naomi. Your love and guidance have been the foundation of everything.
Ruth and Boaz's legacy reminds us that no matter where we come from, or what struggles we face, we have the power to choose love and to change the course of our lives, and the lives of those around us, for the better. May we all strive to live with the same unwavering love, loyalty, and faith that Ruth and Boaz shared, and may their story continue to inspire us all.